स्वाध्याय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुराः सुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः, देवाय तस्मै नमः। Hari Om, Namaskar. Every time I have to keep saying Hari Om, Namaskar. We'll quickly run through the mantras we have done before we go ahead. Everyone ready? First mantra, don't bang your head on. What? Walk out through? Never feel helpless and hopeless. There's always a solution in life. From every problem that we come into, there is always a way out. Be like Gangaji. Think big, you will become big. Think small, you remain small. Have great goals. Let our goals be infinite. Even if we don't reach them, it is all right. But have goals which are very, very big. Then, from the Bhagavad Gita, first shloka, what was the thing? What was the mantra? Kshetre kshetre dharma kuru. Every field of action is a place of performing dharma, doing right. Righteousness, dharma should pervade our life. Duties are our dharma kshetra. Karma kshetra itself is what? Dharma kshetra. Our professions, our duties are ways of doing dharma. Okay, I know we have all youngsters have come, but it's extremely important. If you talk, I can't talk, okay? All of you students. Because if you talk, I won't talk. Two people talking together is not considered good manners. Okay? So you have to listen, because you have come here as a Shrota, you have to listen. I am here as a Bhakta, I will talk. Okay? It's difficult to hide from me. I've been the teacher for too long. So, kshetre what? Dharma. What was the next mantra? Next mantra? Madarthe yakta jivita. Whose philosophy is that? Duryodhana. Living a completely selfish life, everything centered on me and me alone. I alone matter, no one else in the world matters. The opposite of that is what? Others matter. Parasparam bhavayantaha. When I work for you and you work for me, we all are happy. It is not that we should not get what we want in life, but it should not be only I-centered life. When we work for the sake of others, we automatically get taken care of. In the well-being of others is my own well-being also. Then, which was the next one? Kairmaya sahayata. Whenever there is a problem, first review the situation before you do any action. And when you want to review a situation, where should you do it from? Pratham Sthapan. In the middle of the battlefield he was. That I can see both the sides of the situation, pros and the cons. I can see it objectively, not one-sided or a partial view. Our view should be always what? Holistic. Do you remember? One is what? Partial view, and the other is one-sided view. Then we never can do the right thing. Then which was the next one? Visrichya sasharam chapam shoka samvigna manasa. When we stop any purushartha, what happens? We go into depression, into sorrow. When we stop efforts, many times people say, no, destiny, everything. Yes, destiny is important, but Bhagavan gives us a chance for self-effort also. Will you remember it? What is the chance that we get? What we get, we have no choice. How we react with what we get is our choice. Yes or no? What we do with what we get. What we get, we may not have a choice, but what we do with what we get is very, very important. Now, you have all come here. Okay. Now, Vimalananda is the speaker. No choice. You can't change her right now. She's going to talk. Now, after sitting here, what you do is your choice. You have many choices. What you can do? Shrota. Shrota is a person who listens. The Shrota can be Sota also. Sota means sleeping. Choice is yours. Is it true or not? You come here and Guruji used to say very nicely. He says some people are Sota, some people are Sarota. In Hindi, the word Sarota means nut cracker. The supari is there, no? When you cut there's some instrument to cut that. There are some people who will come over there as listeners, and whatever the speaker speaks, doesn't matter what it is, immediately, that is not true. What does she know? Nothing, this is not right. They keep on cutting the speaker. This is called Sarota. There will always be such people in the audience. Is it true or not? Definitely, even here there will be at least one or two. So some could be what? Sota, some could be what? Sarota, and some could be Shrota. You understand? Somewhat most, I hope so. Are you all Shrotas? So coming here, getting such a person, me as a speaker, you have no choice. But after coming here, you have a choice what you do, right or wrong. So situations come to our life. Acha, by the way, in the last 24 hours, how many of you got problems? Come on, you got a problem? That means you did not come yesterday. What did we say? In life, what comes? Do problems come or situations? Only situations come. We call them as problems because we don't know how to face them. At the most, the situation can be a difficult situation, but it is still what? Only a situation. It is not a problem. It's only a situation. What you do with that depends on you completely. Have you understood this? So, what happened? Arjun was faced with a problem, with a situation, and he became dejected, even though he was the most qualified person of the time. That's why Bhagavan said, you have done a lot of, education-wise, all your computer science and first class first and gold medal and everything is there. PhD also he had, and yet when situations of life came, difficult situation came, he broke down and had a nervous breakdown. He could not face it. Is it true or not? And then what happened? Bhagavan said, all other knowledges you have got, but you have not got the spiritual knowledge which will give you that strength to face situations, a vision to face the world, the right attitude with which you have to face the challenge. And Bhagavan taught him the Bhagavad Geeta. You all know that. And then what happened? That same Arjun, with the same situation, got up. What? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara. He took up his bow and arrow and said, I am ready to fight, I am ready to face the situation, and he became successful. Have you all understood this? And that is why the next mantra, Traivyam Masmadava Partha. Escape is not a solution from a situation. Merely changing the situation is not going to help. Or complaining and cursing and saying, that is also not going to help. What do you have to do? Change the manasthiti and face the situation. Have you understood this? Paristhiti is the same. Manasthiti you change, the whole thing changes. Many people keep doing this. They keep asking the question, why me? How many people have done this? Please tell me. How many people? Achha, I know, as I keep telling, we have very comfortable seats over here. But if you can come out of your comfort zone and not lean, it will be better. Come on, everyone, especially young people. Don't lean against the backrest. Come on. Until this, you have a back problem. And you're very old. Then only you're allowed. Otherwise, no, not allowed to. What? Otherwise, next thing you know, what? So many people, many of us, we keep on saying, why me? Any problem comes, why me? So this is a very strange question. Meaning, if the same problem happened to someone else, it was fine. Isn't it? When you say, why me, means what? If someone had it, it's okay. But why me? Why me? What have I done? That I got. Have you said that? Many times. What did I do? I did not. What do you know what you did? I have been very good all my life. You don't know what you did the previous life. Is it true or not? You think all the people who all do all the evil things and the terrible things, and they don't seem to get anything in this life, you think they are going to escape? Please tell me. You think they will escape? Not a chance. And when they get it, they say, why me? What have I done? I always like the answer of one girl whom I met. My answer to that is, why not me? Whenever a question like that comes, why me? I immediately ask what should the answer be? I mean, what should be the next your response? Why not me? Yes, it came to me. Why not me? But this other girl I met, she was amazing. She said, whenever I get the question, why me? I have a counter action, I have a counter reaction, and I say, oh God, dare me. Very good. Give it. Let me face it. Challenge. And why I am telling you this is so important. Very, very important. If we keep remaining in this attitude, why me, we'll never come out of the situation. We'll only worsen the situation. Now I'm going to give you some examples. There are hundreds of examples. I'll just give you a couple of them. Have you heard of a person, of a girl called Anurima Sinha? No? When you go back home, Google Mata will give you this. She was, I think, a basketball national level player, or volleyball national level player. And don't Google now, okay? Go home and do it. So what happened? She was traveling in their train one day, and some robbers came, this was quite a few years back, and they tried to rob her. She was resisting a bit, and they threw her out of the running train. Just threw her out. She didn't die, naturally, because the story is now well known. She fell between two tracks. Her back was injured, her leg was broken, and she was in excruciating pain. So what happened to her? Between two railway tracks, she fell and she's completely injured. She can't get up. It's dark, it's absolutely dark. And what happened? One by one, the train started going up and down. And she's in the middle. Can you imagine? One train going from this side, one train going from the other. Please, someone at the gate, please tell everyone, whoever comes late can sit at the back, okay? When you're standing there, tell them to sit at the back only. There's a teacher standing there. If anyone comes, you please see that they sit right at the back, okay? First of all, we should always come on time. Second of all, if we come late, it's okay. At least don't disturb others. Okay? I'm saying this as it said, Anya kshetre kritam papam tirtha kshetre vinashyati, tirtha kshetre kritam papam vajraleko bhavishyati. Means what? If you do something wrong in any other place, when you come to a tirtha kshetra, a pilgrim center, a place where a yajna is happening, a holy place, what happens? It gets destroyed. But if you do a papam in that place, Vajraleko, it becomes so strong it never gets destroyed. And the very fact that we are doing a Jnana Yajna here, this is a Tirtha Kshetra. Have you understood this? Follow. So please, and what is papam does not mean you go and murder someone. When you disturb someone when they are doing something good, that is also papam. Will you remember that? Yes or no? We feel, what does it matter? I came late, it doesn't matter. No, please. If you come late also, it's okay. You may be busy, whatever it is, but at least don't disturb. As little as possible, disturb everyone. Okay, everyone? Can you say a good, nice yes so that future you will not do that? Louder, please. Yes. First of all, don't come late. And if at all, please come and sit. Right. Because see, all these wonderful stories are in the middle of that. I have to. Because everyone is looking somewhere else. So I'm also wondering where to look. So I also start looking there. So what happened to this girl? Whole night this happened and she said, I had to keep my consciousness because if I lost my consciousness, what would happen? I would never be found and I would die over there. So somehow or the other, all through the night, and saying when the trains used to go from this side, the vibrations of the train, can you imagine the train going one side, and she's in the middle of that, injured, fallen like that, saying the pain was so excruciating. Somehow or the other, morning happened, and she whole night passed, and in the morning, in a distant place, she was in the middle of nowhere, in a distant place, she saw some person, some village, it was a real small village, she saw someone, she shouted on the top of her lungs, that person's attention was caught, they came, they saw that she was injured, they took her, and she, being a national champion, had this thing where she could be, the AIMS hospital would take care of national champion, the people like that. So therefore, they, sent her to, by plane or something, they sent her to the hospital in Delhi, and there they had to cut out her leg. There was no choice. They had to cut the leg. And so many other injuries and all that. So when she came out of her, from the anesthesia and all, she's not aware of what's happening. She completely collapsed after that, and when she came out, she saw no leg. At that time, she realized, I can never play on any team at any level all my life. So what does she do at that time? What would you and I have done? We would have said, why me? Is it true or not? See what has happened to me. My whole life is destroyed. She was a national level player. My life is destroyed. What is this? Oh God, started cursing God. Is it true or not? And everyone said, poor thing, poor thing. She said nothing doing. She says, I will take up a sport which is not a team event and where I have to compete with myself only and no one else. And she decided at that time, when her leg was just cut, she's still recovering from the operation and all of that. Still her ribs are broken, so many other injuries are there. At that time she decides, I will climb Mount Everest in 2 years' time. What? I will become a mountain climber and I will climb the Mount Everest in 2 or 3 years' time. I will be on the top of Mount Everest. Not some ordinary thing. What? Mount Everest. When she said something like that, then naturally the family members and others also said, okay, fine, just to make her happy, okay, you do this, okay. They did not realize she's serious. They said instead of her getting into depression or something like that, okay, fine, yes, you climb Mount Everest, okay, fine, no problem. But everyone thought it was an impossible task. With one leg, how can you, even a normal person can't climb Mount Everest. What about a person with? Then recovery process started, they put an artificial leg, and she said, no, I am determined to get back on my feet as soon as possible because I have to prepare for climbing Mount Everest. To go to Mount Everest is not easy. Not only physically, but you need a lot of financial support as well. No one would have naturally with one leg, who will support her? Give her financial aid. She was not rich. She kept on writing to people and saying, look, I want to climb out this. Can you support me? Can you give me the financial this? And somehow, someone was inspired by her and said, okay, we will sponsor you. So the first time they go to the base camp, going to the base camp of Mount Everest is also a very difficult task. I don't know how many of you have heard of it or done it or seen someone do it. It's a very difficult task, just going to the base camp. When she went to the base camp, she realized how difficult it was, how painful it was, how much more preparation she would have to do if she had to go to the Mount Everest. She realized that it's going to be a very, very difficult task. She did not give up. Day and night she prepared, made herself physically fit, and finally she started climbing Mount Everest. There was a Sherpa with her, a Nepali. Sherpa was with her as they were going up. And what happened? On the way up itself, her oxygen tank started getting over. So the Sherpa said, let's return back because we don't have, if we go up, we don't have enough for coming back again, and without oxygen you will die. She said, no. Is there enough oxygen to reach up? They said, yes. But what about coming down? He says, doesn't matter, I will go up and I will die there, but I will go up. I hope you all understand what type of a person I am talking about. Then, climbing itself was so difficult. She said, I want to go up and please take a video. And why she wants to climb up? Not to show that, oh, I'm so great. She says, I want to tell the girls of India, that you can do anything that you set your mind on. Can you imagine that? Her purpose was what? That yes, any one of you can do anything. You go up and please take a video of mine. They reached up somehow or the other. They reached up and they took a video. And she said something very inspiring. Now naturally, oxygen was getting over. But you think God does not support such people? As they were coming down, I don't know how many of you are aware, please, there are movies also on the climbing of Mount Everest. There is actually a movie, I think a Hollywood movie or something was made on that also. More people die going down than climbing up. Are you aware of that? The journey up and down, you see so many bodies of people who had tried to climb Mount Everest and died. And because it is so cold, the body just remains like that. So as they were coming down, they saw a body, a person had an oxygen tank which was half full. They took that oxygen tank. Can you imagine? The person was dead. And they started climbing down. And as she was climbing down, the artificial leg, it kept slipping. Can you imagine coming down? It kept slipping all the time. With all those injuries and everything, she came down. And now she is a very, very motivational speaker. She goes all over the world, especially in India, motivating people about this. Please go and listen. There's a YouTube, this on her. She's given a talk, a TED talk. It is very inspiring. Did she sit down and say, why me? See what life has given me. What am I going to do? My whole life is wasted. Did she do that? You get this? That's why I said in life there are two things. One is you face life and the other is you make life. See, in the process of facing life, you have to make life. It is not that first you have to face life, then you have to make life. No. How you face your life makes you great or not great. Got it? The person who has become very great has become great because he has had to face lots and lots more challenges. And in facing those challenges, that person has become what? Better and better and stronger and reach greater and greater heights. Do you remember? When Narendra Modi first stood for election, the amount of opposition that was there, no one in the whole world ever had faced that. Yes or no? Please say something. And what happened? The more the challenges, the higher he goes. Is it true or not? Here is a classic example of a person. How much opposition? What anything he breathes, they will say why he is breathing. Isn't it? Anything he does, only is negative. There will be people who will only look at achievements, nothing to talk about achievements, only criticizing. But the more and more the opposition, what happens to him? Does he say, why me? Please tell me. In every field, any field in the world. This is another example striking. You will say, okay, Prime Minister and all. Let's take an example of an ordinary girl. This is another person that I met, an amazing girl. When I met her, she said, please sit on this side of me. So I said, why? You see, I have only one eye vision properly. So this side I can see well. So you please sit here. Whatever I don't want in life, I keep on this side. Very interesting. So then when we started talking, she told me this amazing story. She had brain tumor. And the brain tumor was there in the back. You know, we have what is called medulla oblongata. All of you know yours. And what happens over there, the spots, they cross with each other there. So that place, which is very, very, to get brain tumor there means it's like you will die. Anyway, so she went to London. She was staying in some African country. She went to London and they said that, look, the operation is very, very risky. The chances of you coming out of the operation alive are very little. But if you don't do the operation, death is certain. So now you have to make the choice. What do you want? And even if you do the operation, we don't know what could happen. You could be paralytic all your life. Anything could happen. We don't know because it is too delicate a place to do the surgery. Now, she had to make a decision. She said, okay, fine. Let me take chances. And she's young. She was about 30 years of age. So she said, okay, let me take a chance. And you please do the surgery. She was married. When she went to London, and then they were preparing her for it because it was a very, very difficult surgery and also so many other things had to be done, taken care of, everything was. So in that preparation stage, she was in London. The day before the operation, her cousin sister came to see her. Her husband was supposed to come, then she asked, where is he? So the cousin sister didn't want to answer at all. She started saying, no. She says, no, look, I am going to this I may not come out alive at all. At least I want to, what? See him before I might pass away. Then finally the cousin sister had to tell that the husband had not come, not only not come, when she was in London preparing for all this operation and all, he had sold all the house and everything and had gone away with all her property, everything. What? Thinking that this girl is never going to come out alive because the chances were very less, he had already absconded. Imagine getting such a news when you are going for an operation of life and death. Or something, they goes here, there, they don't know how to hold everything from the time she was born, all her movements, she had to relearn right and left. She did not know what is right, she will not know what is left, and she has to be told this is right, now move this finger, now move this, the finger will not move. Everything she had to relearn all of it. And so positive. When I talked to her, when I heard the story of hers, and I tried to say, oh my God, something that was terrible. She says, don't say terrible. She never allowed anyone in her presence to say anything negative. If someone would say, no, the day is bad, don't say that. It's a wonderful day. If someone will say, no, I am in pain, don't say pain. You are fine, you are a happy person. Always positive. I thought I was positive, but when I met her, I realized she is 100 times more positive. Can you imagine going through all this and being so positive? And then she started a children's nursery school. She had nothing, no money, no nothing. She came back and started from scratch. Started a nursery school. She's saying, with children, I will find all the joy I need. She started a nursery school. And when I met her, she was so fine, so happy, so cheerful and so full of life. Are you all understanding? So whenever situations come which are challenging, don't say, oh. Get inspired by such stories. What I get, I have no choice in facing life, but I have a choice in what I do with what I get. Will you all remember that? How I face it, with what attitude I face it, what I do with what I get, that is solely on me. Remember the 3 cycles? The gym cycle, the regular cycle, and the racer cycle. All of us have to face life, but we can progress as we face life. We can make wonderful things out of our life. Do you like this mantra? What? Light your mask. Don't be a coward. Face life. Don't you think we have to prepare our children not just to face exams, but to face life? Please tell me. What is important? More important, to face exams or face life? What do teachers and parents teach? Only how to face exams. And there is a vast difference between school and life. In schools, the lessons are taught first and tests come afterwards. In life, the tests come first, lessons are learned afterwards. Yes or no? What a difference. The tests keep coming all the time. And you can't say, who are you to test me? How can this test come to me? Like when I walk into this hall, all of you are testing me. Yes or no? Testing me means judging me and saying, oh, let us see, you do this. You look and you test. And you can, when I'm giving a talk also, you have the freedom to fail me. Yes or no? Some of you will say, what a useless talk. And I have no choice. I can't say, who are you to judge me? I have no choice. You judge me. You can fail me. You can pass me. Right or wrong? This is life. I can't complain and say, hey, who are you to judge me? How dare you judge me? That is not fair. You should not do. No. Whether I want it or not, people will test you. People will fail you. People will judge you negatively or positively. Are you understanding? That is life. We can't complain about it. But what do? We how do you don't know me, how dare you judge me? You cannot say like that about me. Why did you say this about me? That is not fair. Who cares whether it's fair or not? That's the way the world is. Yes or no? Interesting, no? No complaints. Face life. And make your life beautiful. Shall we go to the next mantra? The next mantra, chapter 2, verse number 7. It's an extremely important shloka. Read the second line. All of you have got that? Chapter 2, verse number 7. Yat shreyasyan nishchitan bruhitan me. Please everyone say, why are you not saying? Yat shreyasyat nishchitan bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Yat shreyasyat nishchitan bruhi tanme. Please, all of you say, there is no papa in saying, okay? Even if you say wrong, now it will be fine. But please open your mouth and say, okay? Yat shreyasyat nishchitan bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. What a beautiful piece. Who is saying this? Arjuna is saying this. Whom is he telling? Bhagwan Krishna. If this statement was not there, the Geeta would not have started. How important is this? If Arjuna had not spoken these words, Geeta would not have started. Bhagwan would not have spoken the Geeta at all. Arjuna is telling Bhagwan Krishna. What is he saying? Yat shreyasyat tan bruhi me. Please tell me what is Shreya. Okay, now, interesting. You know, once I was traveling in a train, and long years back. And when we wear this dress now, it creates some curiosity in a lot of people, naturally. So once a person, this is quite a few, I think at least 35 years back. And then one person asked me, he said, what do you do? What do you do means, job, nothing. I am bekar. I have no job. No, what do you do? Then I realized what he said. I said, I give talks on the Geeta. Oh, you are a Hindu. As though this dress is not enough to say I am a Hindu. So anyway, I said, yeah. You can say, of course. Then he said, tell me what is Hindu Dharma in 1 or 2 words. I said, I can give you a big lecture on it, 1 hour lecture on it, but 1 or 2 words. He says, no, in 1 or 2 words you tell me. I got confused. He says, give me the essence in 1 or 2 words. And it should not be that I'll tell him, Aham Brahmasmi, and then he'll say, what is Brahma, what is this, that. Then again problem, you have to give explanations then. So then I said, okay, it set me thinking. I said, I must think and get an answer for this. So next time someone asks me, I should be able to answer. So I thought. And before I tell you what I thought, I'm going to ask you. Because why should I only do all the thinking? You also do some thinking. Now, if you want to describe Islam in 1 or 2 words, what words will you use? Come on, don't feel shy or anything like that. I'm asking you. In 1 or 2 words, if you want to describe Islam, what 2 words will you use? No, see, the practice of it we are not saying. This of it. They have a big this about brotherhood. Are you aware of that? You know, immediately something happens and all the Muslims in the world will come together. Is it true or not? This brotherhood is very strong in them. And also faith. In the Quran, everywhere faith. Big thing on faith. And brotherhood. If you want to describe, Christianity in 1 or 2 words, what word would you use? Come on. Service. Love and service. They talk a lot about love and service, isn't it? Love thy neighbor, love all that. Okay, fine. If you want to talk on, whatever you say is not wrong at all. Please remember that. And this is not some written word. It's just a thinking of anyone. You can have a different opinion. Absolutely, you are free to do that. No problem at all. If you want to describe Buddhism in 1 or 2 words, what will you use? Ahimsa is a big thing, right? If you want, no more than Jainism, if you want to talk, Jainism means ahimsa. Oh, big thing. Buddhism, they talk about karuna. Okay? Now, Sanatana Dharma or Hindu Dharma, if you want to use 1 or 2 words, what words will you use? Come on. Open to all. You have to say it loud enough for me to hear. Do your duty, okay? Fulfill your duty or calling, okay? Fine, nothing wrong with that. Yes, anyone else? Please. Dharma, I'm asking about that only. Dharma, what are the 2 words? Dharmam Jayate, okay? The essence of Sanatana Dharma, 1 or 2 words. Come on, all of you are all well read, well heard, everything, so many things you've done, studied scriptures also many times, many of you, huh? What? Disciplined life, okay? Anyone else? Huh? Loka samasta sukhino bhavatu, may everyone be happy, yes? Yes? What? Say it doesn't matter. Priya? I can't hear you properly, that's why I have to ask you again. Anyone else? So many people, something at least you can say, na?
God in you.
Don't worry, you are not wrong. No answer is wrong. I'm telling you. So why are you scared? Vedas is not about, Veda is the name of a book, right? So what is the essence?
The way
of in one or two words. Like ahimsa is so Veda is a book. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, okay, anything else? Self-knowledge, okay, fine. What? Strength. Okay, strength, okay, fine.
There is God in you, ourselves.
What? God is in you, okay, fine. Okay, now, none of you are wrong, everything is fine, because it's just a different individual's thinking, that's all. Now, I will tell you what I thought, okay? You don't have to take it as Brahma Vakya, okay? I'm just saying what. The words that came to my mind is Shreyas, is the word. What do you mean Shreyas? Shreyas means the well-being of others. Dharma is what? The well-being of others. I would use the word Kalyana, but unfortunately in South India the word Kalyana means marriage. Isn't it here? Kalyana means marriage. So I don't want to use. In North India, Kalyana means well-being. Bhala, sabka bhala. You understand that? Shreya of everything. Meaning the knowledge of the scriptures is for the well-being of everyone. Let me explain this to you. Every scripture of India, the Vedas, they all start with this. Please, the student asks the question and says, tell me what is my Shreya. The Valmiki Ramayana if you see, or Bhagavatam if you see, or anywhere you see, there will be this question. Please tell me what is my Shreya, and the whole scripture will be explained. Okay, so what is this Shreya, this well-being? And why do we give this importance to that? Let me explain this to you. Love is great. But in love, if there is no Shreya of the other person, that is no love. Today morning I gave this example where the cow was licking the calf. In love. Because it's a mother's love for the child. And it was licking it so much that the calf started bleeding, but the cow did not stop licking. This type of a love, is it good love or not? You're harming the other person. If in the love there is Shreya, then it is great. If there is no Shreya, it is not great. Are you understanding? Yes or no? So is love greater or Shreya greater? Love where there is Shreya is true love. But love where there is no Shreya is not love. Got it? Service also, when you do serve. In our serving of someone, if we are harming, then it's no great service. It happens to us also. Sometimes we go to some places now, and let us say in Delhi, and it's cold climate, and it's really cold, and we go to someone's place for bhiksha. So they are busy people, they would have gone to office, and also since Swami is going to come in the evening, they would have made the preparations in the morning itself, before going for work and all, they come back home, and they will bring the mala also, because you have to give the Swami a mala and all that. And then when the person comes, when I go, they'll open the door, and then they all of a sudden remember, "Arey, where is the mala? Mala is somewhere." And then they'll say, "Oh, it is in the deep freeze." They want to keep it fresh, right? So where have they kept the mala? So when the mala comes out, all icicles will be there on that. And they'll come, and with all love they will put it on us. And naturally we will shiver. So they'll say, "See, she's shivering with so much of feelings." What feeling? I am feeling cold, that's all. Have you understood? Serving others where there is no well-being of the other person is no service. Do you agree with me? I can give you hundreds and hundreds of examples. When we give sometimes in charity also, we don't see whether it really is blessing the other person or not. I'll give an example. I went to a certain place in a certain town in India, and I was called to an orphanage to give a talk. So I went there, and then the children over there were there, and I was talking. And then afterwards I asked the person who was in charge of the orphanage, I said, "What is your challenge?" He says, "What to tell you? Because nowadays everyone feels, oh, on your birthday you must give in an orphanage. Isn't it nowadays a very common thing? When my birthday is there, and then the children also must understand, and the unprivileged people and how they suffer and all of that." So he says, what happens in that particular town? There was only one, it's quite a big town, a prosperous town, and this one orphanage is there, and every rich person or every person who can afford will have on their children's birthday, this birthday, that birthday, they will give sweets. What? For the children, so all this and all that. You know, she said that morning, afternoon and night, the children are eating sweets, sweets, sweets. Are you understanding? Will you give like that even to your own children? And not one, because there will be so many people who want to do this, so then everyone will come and give and all. And the children are all stuck. It's harming them. But we think, oh, we are doing service for them. Are you understanding what I am speaking? Please tell me. He's saying everyone gives sweets, but no one gives love. Are you with me? So is love greater or Shreya greater? Is service greater or Shreya? Service where there is the well-being of the other person is true service, otherwise it's not true service. Are you with me? Knowledge also is not great if it's harming the other person. Do you agree? How can knowledge be harming? Yes. Is there not knowledge of making missiles and everything? Yes. But you can make the missiles and bless this and you can make it. That's why Guruji says it very beautifully. He says nowadays we have guided missiles in the hands of misguided people. Yes or no? What? Sometimes people have money. See, it is wonderful to know how to earn money, but more important, how to spend money. Is it true or not? We can harm ourselves. Money can itself become a curse for some people. Yes or no? Money has broken homes. Money has brought so much of division within families. Yes or no? When they did not have the money, the family was so cohesive, so nice, everyone was so loving and close to each other. And now just because of some little money, and it's all broken, everyone is unhappy, one is depressed, one has become alcoholic, I've met families like that. Are you understanding? Everything is good if there is Shreya over there. If there is no Shreya, nothing is good. The well-being of others. So Sanatana Dharma talks about the well-being of everyone and doesn't mean only one particular section of society, no, everyone. Everything that is said in the Bhagavad Gita doesn't apply to everyone, only Indians, or it applies to everyone in the world. Please tell me. Yes? Does it apply to Chinese and Japanese and Americans and Germans or only to Indians? Please say something. Every mantra that we talked about, does it not apply to everyone? Man or woman, young or old. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist or anything, this is talking about the Shreya of everyone. Are you with me? So Arjuna is also asking, please tell me, there is something called prayer and there is something called Shreya. Shreya means for your well-being, what is good for us, and prayer is what is pleasant to us. And unfortunately, everything which is pleasant is not necessarily good. Do you agree with me? Spicy food and fried and all these things and fast food and junk food is very pleasant to the tooth. To the tongue, right? But it need not be pleasant, good for your body. Agreed? So what is good need not be pleasant. Waking up early morning is good, but not pleasant. Agreed? What is pleasant may not be good, and what is good may not be pleasant. But if we keep following the good, we are blessed in life. Agreed? So Arjuna is saying, don't tell me what I want to hear as good, because we like such gurus who tell only things which we want to do. If the guru says you can get up late in the night, you can keep awake late in the night, you can get up late and you don't have to do anything, you live whatever you want, but give me Guru Dakshina. Then we like such gurus, right? By just giving Guru Dakshina, everything is over, we'll be blessed and no problem. Are you understanding? That is no good. Arjuna is not like that. Arjuna says, what is my Shreya? Please tell me. Yet Shreya Syat Nishchitam. You decide and you tell me. Why? Very, very important. He says, Shishyasteham. What does he say? This is important. You know, how many people actually heard the Gita when Krishna spoke it? Who all heard the Gita? Arjuna, of course. Krishna has spoken and Arjuna has listened. Who else heard it? Sanjay heard it. He had the divine vision by which he could hear every word that was happening between Krishna and Arjuna and everyone in the battlefield. He had that divine vision. The CC camera, CCTV, that vision who had? Sanjay had. So that technology was available that time also. Are you understanding? CCTV only sees. The recording is not there. But here what? Audio, visual, everything he could understand. He had that type of a vision. So Sanjay also heard the Bhagavad Gita from Krishna directly. Who else heard the Bhagavad Gita? Dhritarashtra heard it from Sanjay, not directly. Who else heard it directly from Krishna? All of you know. On the flag of the chariot of Arjuna, who was sitting? Hanuman was sitting. Hanuman also directly heard the Bhagavad Gita. Now comes an interesting thing. All three heard. What happened to Arjuna? At the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna said, oh, all my doubts have been cleared. And now I have become, understanding everything. He took the bow and arrow and fought. Okay? Dhritarashtra also heard from Sanjay the whole Bhagavad Gita. What happened to him? Any change in him? Please say. Not only was he blind in his eyes, but he also was what? Deaf in his head. He said, he heard everything, he said, yes, yes, very good, very good, very good. And after that, what did he do? Same old thing as before. Isn't it true? No change at all. Sanjay heard the Bhagavad Gita and what happens at the end of it, 18th chapter, you should see the words of Sanjay. He says, Roma Harsham Jayate, I am so thrilled that Virat Roop Darshan, he was a bhakta, he was a devotee of God, he was so happy. He says, what a great knowledge and that wonderful vision of the Virat Roop, I can't forget it. When I think of it, I get hallucinations. It is so divine. What a wonderful experience. This is the reaction of a devotee. Hanuman heard the whole Bhagavad Gita. At the end of it, he came down and told Bhagwan, wow, this was great. I love this knowledge. He said, I was thinking that I will get bored in this war. Why? Because the war that he had, he participated in another war, the Ramayana, that war between Ravana and Rama. That war, he's saying that war was a lot of fun. Imagine, one is what? Vanar Sena. All the monkeys on one side and all the asuras on the other side, the Rakshasas on the other side. And he says that was guerrilla warfare. You used to take one stone and throw it one. Because they did not have arms or anything, no, the monkeys. You know what type of things used to happen over there. So it was a lot of fun. Our war was very, very different type of a war. And here this war is very different. One missile goes wing, the other missile goes wing, and then it's not a... But this knowledge that you gave was wonderful, it was fantastic. Bhagwan got angry with Hanuman and said, you will forget everything you have learned. What? Why? Because you have done 2 mistakes, that is why. What did I do? Look, I am a monkey, so my understanding will not be that good. I only understand the knowledge, but what mistake did I do? Please tell me. He says 2 mistakes. What are the 2 mistakes? Number 1. Did you ask permission before you were listening? I was talking to Arjuna. You should have said, can I also listen? When 2 people are talking, the third person should say, I am also listening. Can I listen? You did not ask permission. for this knowledge. I am sorry, please forgive me. I know that is a mistake I should not have done. What is the second mistake? Where were you sitting when you were listening to this knowledge? Where? Should you sit at the feet of the teacher or on the head of the teacher? Where should you sit? Meaning, when we sit at the feet of the teacher means what? With humility you listen. That's the whole idea. Nothing else. You listen with humility. You listen with an open mind. And how are you listening? He says, that's another mistake of mine. I am sorry. Don't say I will forget everything. Please give me some way by which I can get over my mistakes. He said, you know what Krishna said? Please write a commentary on it and you will remember. This is a beautiful lesson for all of us. Hanuman wrote a commentary on the Geeta and every knowledge, all the knowledge sunk into him. We also, what happens to us? We listen, we go out and we leave the knowledge here and walk out. Is it true or not? Next day what happens? Same thing. If we reflect on it, if we absorb this knowledge, then we can live this knowledge and be successful. Have you understood this point? This is exactly what Hanuman did. He reflected. To write a commentary, you have to reflect, isn't it? So he reflected it on it. He wrote his reflections, and that is why he became successful. Have you understood? Will you all do that? So what was the difference? Arjuna sat with the attitude, Shishyasteham, I am your disciple. See, till that time, Arjuna and Krishna were friends. Till they were friends, Bhagavan did not teach him Gita. Actually, when the Pandavas in the forest for 13 years, there were many, many occasions when Krishna would stay for 6 months at a time with the Pandavas. You read the Mahabharata, read the Bhagavatam, you will find that. And they used to spend lots of time together. Krishna would have told Arjuna, Arjuna, sit down, I am going to tell you the knowledge of the Gita. It is going to be useful when? During the Mahabharata war. Would Arjuna have heard that? He would have said, no, let's go here, let's do this. No. And as friends, you take the friend for granted. You won't have any value for what the friend is saying. Only when Arjuna said, Shishyasteham, I am your disciple, please teach me, then Bhagavan taught. Have you understood? This knowledge, you have to ask for it. You have to feel the need for it, then you will listen properly. So when you want to listen to Gita, when you come to listen to Gita, listen to it like Arjuna, then this knowledge will have meaning for you. Otherwise it will have no meaning and no effect. It will be like Dhritarashtra listening to Gita. Are you understanding? Now please tell me, what are you? Arjuna, Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya or Hanuman? You decide. If we listen like that, because he says very clearly, Shishyasteham means what? With humility. See, towards the speaker, towards the teacher, you must have two. In fact, three feelings. One is love, the other is respect, and the third is faith. Okay? If you have love, respect and faith, all three, fantastic. Mainly we talk of love and respect. Both these feelings are very important, love and respect. But if you don't have both and if you have only one of them, which should it be? Should it be love or should it be respect? Come on. How many of you say love? Put up your hands. I want a show of hands. You have to commit to something. I never like to listen an audience which is not committal. You have to listen with commitment. Okay? Then only it's useful, otherwise there is no point. And so therefore when commitments means what? You have to show me that you are committed, okay? Yes or no? I want a show of hands. The answer is, how many of you think, if you have two, love and respect is fantastic. If you have only love, one choice, only respect, one choice, and I don't know, third choice. But one of them you have to put up your hand. Is it okay? Everyone? Only love. How many of you say? Love is more important than respect. Put up your hands properly. Only respect. I don't know. None of you put up your hands. I'm not going to continue. I don't want such audience. You may be first benchers or last benchers. I don't care. Everyone has to commit. Okay, everyone? Once more. Love and respect. What is more important? Only love? How many of you say love? Don't look at each other. You look at yourself. What is your thinking? You have to think. Everyone. Okay? I want everyone to show of hands. The student must have what for the teacher? Love. How many of you say love? Put up your hands. Respect. Put up your hands. I don't know. I'm not going to continue. I'm not saying both. If you have both, it's fantastic. But if you have only a choice of one, I'm talking. How many of you say once more? I will not continue till every hand is there. What type of an audience is it? Okay, Fawn. How many of you say love? Put up your hands. How many of you say respect? Put up your hands. How many of you say I don't know? Put up your hands. You did not put up for anything. No, you. No, I'm not saying both. I'm saying I'm giving you a choice. It is only one that you have to commit yourself to. Once more, I will not continue. I am also not different. Okay, how many of you say love? Put up your hands again. How many? This side, some people are not putting up their hands. How many of you say respect? Put up your hands. How many of you say I don't know? Put up your hands. I don't know is also a good answer. I don't think I don't know is a bad answer at all. Right. What most of you think is right, respect is more important than love. We rarely listen to people we love. We always listen to people we respect. You understand? You love your wife. How many of you listen to her? You respect your boss, you better listen to him. Is it true or not? Therefore, Arjuna loved Krishna. He would not have listened to him. But when he said Guru, Shishyate, that respect came in his heart, he listened to Geeta. Have you understood this point? Before that he loved. He loved Arjuna, Krishna, very much. They were very good friends. They loved each other. But that reverence was there only when, what happened? He said, Shishyaste. You are my Guru, I am your Shishya, please teach me. Okay? Very, very important. A lot of times in schools also what happens? Children don't have respect for the teachers, they don't listen. When they have respect, they always listen. Is it a fact or not? Come on. They always listen. Even parents. Children love their parents, but when they have respect, they will listen to what the parent says, yes or no. Only love, they have love. Which child doesn't love their parents? But which child listens to their parents? Are you understanding what I am speaking? If they had respect, they will listen. Shishyasteham. Now you understand how important this word is now? Shishyasteham. Shadhimam, teach me. This knowledge you have to ask and it is given. Spiritual knowledge, you don't get it just like that. You have to ask for it. You have to choose it. Shadhimam, teach me. And very important, he says, Tvam Prapannam. I surrender to you. Now it's a very interesting thing. Arjuna said, I surrender to you, and immediately in the next shloka he says, I will not fight. Very interesting. It's like your student, your child is studying in the 12th standard. Next day exam is there. The day before the exam, this child is saying what? Mummy, can I help you in the kitchen? He has never said this all his life. Huh? Just the day before exam he is saying, Mummy, can I help you in the kitchen? What will the mummy say? My dear, right now you only have to what? Study. I don't need your help. After exam come and tell me the same thing. No, I will do whatever you say, nothing doing, not whatever you say. All you have to do is what? Study. That's the only thing you have to do. You get it? Now Arjuna is telling what? What? I will do whatever you say, but I won't fight. What? Arjuna is saying also this only. I will do whatever, I surrender to you, whatever you say I'll do, but I won't fight. Bhagavan said, in the battlefield, that's the only thing you have to do. You understand? Already the war has been declared. Now all you have to do is get up and fight. That's the only thing you have to do. And he says, no, I won't fight. Everything else I will do, I won't fight. What is the meaning of that? Did Arjun surrender? He says, I surrender, but did he actually surrender? Please tell me. He did surrender, but this type of surrender is called partial surrender. It's a very, very important thing. Please understand. These are all important lessons of life. These will help us in living our life in a better way. The same Arjun at the end of the Gita, the whole knowledge was given at the end of the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan Krishna said, I have told you everything that I have to tell you. Vimrishya etat. You please think about whatever I have told you, and yathe chasi tatha kuru. You do what you want to do. What did he say? What? I have taught everything I wanted to teach you. You do what you want to do. And you know what happened? At that time Arjuna said, I will do whatever you tell me to do. In the beginning, Bhagavan is saying, go and fight, fight, fight. He's not getting up and fighting. He says, I will not fight. In the end, Bhagavan says, do whatever you want to do. Arjuna says, I'll do whatever you say I will do. You are seeing the difference? Everyone understood this or not? What is the meaning of this thing? The meaning of this is, Arjuna is saying, Bhagavan, I am ready to listen to you, but not to do what you say right now, till I am convinced. Are you understanding that? This is important. When you listen to the scriptures, you must listen like Arjuna with an open mind. Arjuna said, I am willing to listen means what? I am listening with an open mind. I am listening with faith that yes, I will listen to you, I will understand it, I will get convinced, and when I get convinced, I will do whatever is right for me. When he listened properly with an open mind, he said, Arey, what Krishna was saying is right, I must get up and fight. Are you understanding that? Many people don't even listen with an open mind. That is why I am making everyone commit here, say something, do something, all the time. Why am I doing that? So that you listen with a commitment, you listen with an open mind. A lot of times we come with our preconceived ideas, our prejudiced notion, we come with a closed mind and we listen, nothing happens. Are you understanding? Transformation will only happen if you listen with an open mind, otherwise no transformation will happen. Geeta will have no meaning to us. Did you understand this very important thing? In life also, wherever we are, listen with an open mind and you will prosper. You will learn so many things. Every situation in life, be open to learning. Be open to new knowledge and new ideas that come from you, from everywhere around the world, and you will be a happy person. Why? Because you will learn from anything and everything that happens. Even the worst thing that happens in your life, you will keep learning. Why? Because you are open to learning. Have you got it? Bolo. Most of us are what? Closed. We sit also like that. I'm closed. This actually shows, this action, if someone sits like that means what? Whenever anyone sits like that in my audience, I always say, come on, open your hands. Because this actually shows, it's a mental state. It's nothing to do with this. It's a mental state. Open your hands. Open your hands. This actually shows this. That I'm not listening to you. Don't do this. Open up your hands. Because in your mind also, you will close. Got it? Arjuna says, what? Tvam prapannam, I surrender to you. See, your body language tells me exactly how you're listening. You know that? There are some people listening like that. They are the most attentive people. There are some people like that. There are some people like that. You understand it? How are you listening? So important. How you listen. Arjuna also said, I'm open to listening. Whatever you say. So he did surrender, but that I'm listening, that I will surrender. I will be open. I won't close my mind and listen. And after that, when he in the end he realized what Krishna was saying was right. He says, Karishye vachanam tava. What a great statement. I surrender completely. That time the surrender is complete. I will do whatever you say. Not only listen to whatever you say, I will do whatever you say. And he took his bow and arrow and fought the battle of life, and he won it. Okay? With this, I end my session as well. From tomorrow, what will you do? Wait, please sit. You know, in school they teach us this parade, na? Attention. Have you done the parade? Left, right, left, right, left. They do that, na? It's very interesting this. In Hindi they will say, attention, aage badh. Left, right, like that. And then they will say, in the end, what do they say? The last one is what? Vishram. And after the Vishram comes one very interesting. Jaise the. So from tomorrow what? What? Jaise the, as you were before. That is the meaning of Jaise the. For 4 days what? Saudhan. Tomorrow what? Have been listening to all of this? Beautiful ideas of the Bhagavad Gita. Vimrishya, please churn it. Tea is there, you put sugar, but still the taste will not come sweet till you stir the sugar, isn't it? If you stir it, then the taste is sweet. So this wonderful knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita is there. We have already taken it in. Now what we need to do? Stir it. So that it becomes, our life becomes sweet and wonderful. Thank you. Hari Om and Namaskar to everyone. Now we will do the Arati and we will end the session. Wait for 2 minutes. I've still got 2 minutes more. 5 minutes are left, so don't worry.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाए शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए पाप ताप संताप पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिस्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि ॐ तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु
Hari Om. Let us all extend our immense gratitude to Amma. May I cordially invite Sri N. Rajagopal, President, Chinmaya Vidyalaya and Chinmaya Mission Kottayam to present a token of gratitude to Pujya Swamini.
More deeper than that, a very philosophic and a wonderful meaning of it is this, that the God in you and the God in me. God is in everyone, right? The God in you and the God in me are not two different. They are that one same God, and to that one God I do namaskar. Have you understood? This is the feeling I have when I do namaskar. Can I hate anyone? Why? Because the God in you and the God in me are one. The Atma in you and the Atma in me are one, Advaita. And to that I do namaskar. The important thing in namaskar is not just the folding of the hands, but it is the what? Bowing of the head. You understand? This is important. It shows its oneness. And then what do? I bow down to that God who is in you and also in me. Can we all do namaskar to each other? So next time when you do namaskar, please do it with meaning. What a beautiful this. See, in COVID, the value of namaskar was understood, na? We don't have to shake anyone's hand because someone will get infected. Nothing doing. I'm not giving my hand to you, right? But we can do this now. Maintaining social distance, we come close to each other, right? Why? I'm your very self. How close am I to you? You are my very self. How close are you to me? Got this? What a beautiful thought. Even though you may seem far, you're actually close because you are in my heart. How good. Everyone, namaskar and all, again and again to all of you. The God in each one of you is the same God as me, and that God is worshipful. Okay.
May I request all the invitees to kindly give a standing ovation to Amma as she receives our most humblest token of gratitude from Sri N. Rajagopal, President, Chinmaya Vidyalaya and Chinmaya Mission Kottayam. May I now invite Ms. Jayalakshmi Sunil, art teacher of Chinmaya Vidyalaya Kottayam, to present her own creation as a painting on Pujya Swamini.